Welcome, diecast fans. You know the channel, Level M Diecast. Today we are going to be covering some more Majorette. We're working on trying to get through what is left in the stash to crack open. We're going to take a look at 2 5-packs today, and they sort of kind of go together a little bit. First one on the top is the Light Racer gift pack. First thing you think of when you look at that is probably Tron, because that is the first thing that I particularly look like. Black edition on the bottom. That one is a little bit more, sinister style, a little bit more VIP, or, a little bit more under the radar, I guess you could say, just a little bit. So we're going to make quick work of both of these. Each one obviously comes with 5 cars. Audi R8, Chevy Camaro, the Nismo GT3, that is the Ford GT. And then, of course, the Renault Megane RS. When I first saw this pack, I thought this came with the Golf, which I thought would have been pretty cool, but does not come with the Golf. Kind of lighted up, I don't know, neon theme-ish to them. I don't particularly like the Ford GT all that much, but we'll take a look. These Majorette packs just slide right out. They are held in with little rubber bands, but that's okay. We're going to make quick work of those rubber bands by just simply cutting them. And they're just wrapped around the tires. We will pull that off just real quick, potentially, since they are wrapped around. There we go. And then the one in the back, that one is super on there. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is our first one from the Light Racer gift pack. This is the Audi R8. You can see on the logo there on the fender, this is the V10. Looking pretty good. Just, some basic blue outline kind of stripes around it. I do like the wheels on here, these kind of spiral wheels. They're in a darker chrome blue. They are definitely different than the rest of the model. The interior is fully blue, looks fantastic. I think blue and black looks good together. Of course, your Audi logo on the front looks pretty good. It is all matte black, which is pretty nice. It does have prints on the back for the tail lights and, of course, the Audi logo. There we go. Looking pretty good. Of course, it is Majorette, so most of them have suspension. This particular one is made for the streetcar line, so you see that there is no suspension parts underneath there, which is unfortunate, but it is still pretty good casting. Looks pretty good. The Audi's a pretty decent one. We have another one in the back that we'll take a look at. Take a look at the next one, the Camaro. This particular Camaro looks to have a tire I don't believe I've seen before. Could be mistaken, but I don't believe I've seen this giant kind of deep dish 5-spoke. That looks pretty fantastic, actually. So this particular car is it's hard to explain which color this is, because it's very different. It's a little bit like a peach kind of color. It's actually a lot brighter than what the camera shows. This particular one has a yellow window in there as well, which is kind of interesting. This is a wide body Camaro, so looks pretty good, actually. Does even have LED headlights. You just barely can see them, but they are there. Looks pretty good. I really like this wheel, though. I really like this wheel. It looks really, really good on this one. Ridiculous diffuser in the back. Basic taillight prints. They're not all done up. They don't have details or fancy little, swirls and whatnot in there. They're just red. But that works perfectly fine. This particular one does have opening doors. Looks pretty decent. The interior is pretty good. Majorette doesn't have like blobs for steering wheels. They have actual steering wheels. Very hard to get some focus in there. This one looks pretty good, though. I do like the wheels on this one for sure. There is the base deets. Of course, you can always see the little suspension action bar in there. Looks pretty good. This one's pretty nice, actually. I really like this one a lot. That one looks pretty good. And we'll bring those back, guys. We're just going to roll through these as we have them on the display. Get our rubber bands off of the wheels, hopefully. There we go. So this is the Nismo GT3. There have been about 6 or 7 versions thus far. This is also going to be in the other 5-pack when we grab to that one. Matte black, does have red interior, red details around everything. Looks pretty good. I do like this particular wheel that they have. It looks very, very good. It's very race car status for sure. Looks very, very nice. This casting doesn't have a whole lot of actual casting detail in the back. Majority of the detail for the prints on the back is just that. They're just prints. So not too much three-dimensional in there. The wing is plastic. Of course, this guy does have suspension, but he has limited movement in there. Lensed headlights like they always do. Does say GTR and Nismo in the grill. Looks pretty good. This guy does have opening doors. He does have a cage in there as well. When you get the doors open, you can see the nice cage in there. So very interesting that this is a left-hand drive. So looks pretty good though. I do like it. Definitely one of the better castings they've come out with in recent years. Some details on the bottom real quick. So this one is by far going to be the worst of the bunch for several reasons. For one, this casting is very small. It's a very, 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 very small casting. It's not a very good casting. The mirrors are enormous on it. And it's from the streetcar line, so it doesn't do anything. There's no suspension. As you can see, there's no details on the bottom for that. Basic wheels. It's just not a good casting. You know, I really don't rag much on Majorette because I think they do a fantastic job, but this particular casting is absolutely terrible. I do kind of like the color combination. It's kind of a lighter magenta with blue. Looks pretty okay, I guess. It is a matte finish on that magenta as well. Still has lensed headlights, but that's, you know, that's a Majorette staple. The suspension's not necessarily a Majorette staple, but that one, the paint job's good, but this is just an absolutely terrible casting. Absolutely terrible. All right, we'll get our last one off our little plinth here. Our Renault Megane RS. Get the little rubber bands off of there. See, this guy does have suspension on there. I seem to always have those the wrong direction. Apologize about that. This one just has the basic wheels too, but it looks decent because he does have suspension, at least in the front. The back doesn't all work all that well. Matte black with the, you know, green striping in there. The lime green interior looks pretty good. The colors between the striping and the interior are close, but they're not exact. Of course, lensed headlights like they always do looks fantastic. Even with the Renault logo on there in the front, looks pretty good. There is the deets on the back. And yes, this guy does open. There you go. Looks pretty good. Very, very, very nice. I like that. Majorette does a lot of opening hatches. They're definitely more hatches than anything else. Does have the window piece added into the hatch, as you can see there. So that is a separate piece which is added on, which is a nice little touch. Doesn't fit in there all that well. You'll see there's a nice gap there, but maybe that's to help to get it open. Who knows? Left-hand drive. Very interesting that this is left-hand drive. It looks good, though. It's good casting. Looks pretty good. I like that one for sure. We'll bring those guys back. We're just going to go ahead and get right into the next one. Let's get these pulled open. I've actually had this particular pack for quite some time. I was, you know, you guys know that my whole rearranging of my entire collection is gone way longer than I anticipated. This guy just accidentally got stashed in with a box and kind of forgot about him. But it's here now, so we're going to take a look at this and get him going. Been in the packaging for quite some time. This is the exact same casting as the first one we looked at, except for this one just looks fantastic because it's just blacked out, sinister. Definitely something you see off the showroom floor. Nice print for the grill, nice print for the Audi logo. Of course, lens headlights, same wheel, but looks nice with just a little chrome lip on it. Does have your side blade done up, which is pretty nice. Same prints on the back, looking very good. And then just a solid black interior. Some details you can see for the V10 down in there. Deets on the bottom. Of course, these are all made in Thailand. So, Thailand makes a lot of die-casts. We'll just put it that way. Rolling on to the next one here. Just cut this guy off. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if you'd rather just see me do this or you would wait until I actually take them off the little plinth and go through that whole shebang like I did with the last 5-pack. So just let me know. Just kind of curious what everybody's take is on that. I know that getting these off of the plinth is kind of a pain in the butt. All right, so here is your Nismo GT3. You see that it does have Motul right there. It does have rays as well. Looking very, very good. The first thing I think of when I think of this car is a test car. Through and through for sure. Does have Nismo on the front, Nismo in the grille. Looks pretty good. Super good details in the front there. GTR logo looks fantastic. Of course, it is in matte black. Nice, a big wing on the back. I love it. There is more deets on the inside. Looking fantastic. It's such a good casting. It really is a good casting. And then just some red striping around the bottom. Does say GT3 on the back. Looks very good. Very nice prints on those. Very, very nice prints on those. And there is your base. Same as before. Does have some suspension action, which is pretty good. I do like the red stripe that runs down the bottom. Looks pretty good. Very, very nice. It's a very, very nice casting. We'll just put it that way. All right. Brabus 63 AMG. This one is not a... oh, it is a Brabus. Check it out. Bink. I did not think that this one was a Brabus. I was going to say they've done the Brabus, but not that there's really anything different on the casting from the normal G63 to the Brabus, other than the fact that it says Brabus right there on the back, and then it says a Brabus logo in the front, and I think there might be something on the back we'll take a look at. There's also a white Brabus version for sure, or like a kind of an off-white. It was I think it was an Indonesian exclusive, I believe. I do have lucky enough to have one of those. So a couple of Brabuses on the back. You got it on the spare tire cover, and then of course on the back, kind of your offsetting, because that's your rain fog light, I believe, in other countries. Brabus 700 is what this is. I'm not a big fan of these wheels, but these ones look pretty good with the red striping on there. This guy does have opening hood. It doesn't open where the junk, though. Ooh, pretty much all it opens. I don't know what it is with this hood, but they just don't open. So very, very basic because you can't get the hood open. But it looks pretty good. It does have suspension just like the rest of them do. And they have done a ton of versions of the Brabus, or I'm not sure, the G63 just itself. But that one looks pretty good. So I guess it is a Brabus. I guess maybe I should be paying attention a little bit more. All right, AMG GTR. This is a relatively newer casting. There have only been about 5 or 6 versions thus far from Majorette. I only have like maybe 2 now. I know I have the white one from the racing car series, and now I have this one. And I can't seem to get this rubber band off. There we go. Get this other one. There we go. So this is what I would kind of imagine a AMG GT should be. You know, the black series, all blacked out. This is a very fantastic casting. This is not a updated casting for the SLS or anything like that. This is a new casting. So it looks very, very good. You have your AMG on the back with the Mercedes logo. Try to get that to focus a little bit. Sort of. It's super gloss black. So all of them have been matte black up to the Brabus. Brabus being gloss, and now this one being gloss as well. Maybe it's a Mercedes thing. Maybe that's what they wanted. This does have opening doors. So that looks pretty good. Again, left-hand drive. Very interesting. Interesting. These are all left-hand drives. And then does have suspension. I do like this wheel. Looks good with the chrome ring on it as well. Some deets. Looks pretty good. Says it's a 1/61 scale. And then the last one before we bring everybody back. This is the Challenger Hellcat, SRT Demon, as they put it. So, come on. There it goes. All right. Now, the first thing that I don't like about this casting is this one has a blue tinted window. All of them are clear except for this one. This one has a blue tinted window, and it just does not, it doesn't look good. It doesn't fit the part. Does have those nice wheels, the same one as on the GTR. Looks very, very good. This was a quite modified casting. This is not the same Challenger they've always been doing. It is different for sure. Taillights and stuff look pretty good though. Of course, it's still a boat. See, I don't like the fact that the headlights are now blue because it's part of the interior window. I just don't like that look. It does have that nice big Demon hood scoop on it though. Of course, this guy does have opening doors. Looks pretty good. Definitely looks very Challenger inside. Very difficult to get light in there. Black kind of just soaks it all up. A little bit of print for the gas cap cover. And then, of course, there is the deets. The suspension's there, but there's just not much wheel travel to get it in there. So, but that one looks good. That might be the best version of the Demon thus far. It does have the nice Demon logo on the side. Looks pretty good. So we'll bring our family out here. So we'll kind of group them together. So we got a couple of Nismos, couple of Audis. We got the Renault Megane. Put that guy there. We'll throw the Camaro on the opposite side. And then the GT, the Brabus. Get our rubber bands out of the way. Let's see here. Maybe there. Maybe that. Like that. Maybe. It looks okay. So there's the black edition. And then, of course, the Light Racer gift pack. By the way, these came from my buddy in Australia. Look at the price on those. Insane. That is ridiculous. It's over $30 US for a 5-pack. That is terrible money. But they're pretty cool. They are pretty cool. And no, I didn't actually pay that, but I did provide trade for that. So I guess technically I did pay for that. But again, shout out to Jackson for hooking me up. I do appreciate to get these. Always like adding more Majorette and stuff like that. So I'm going to throw those out there. Just kind of wanted to showcase those real quick. Or at least I was hoping it was going to be quick. Kind of went a little bit longer than I thought. But anyways, we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Love them. Take care.